What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about Uche. I can't say his last name. I'm very sorry. Uh, I think it is. Let me bring up Nwaneri. I was really upset to hear that he passed away. Uche and I never got along on Twitter. He had epic bad takes and or what I perceived to be bad takes. And we had several really interesting exchanges on there. And I wanted to talk to you guys about not those specific exchanges because it's not the time, but I wanted to talk to you guys about the reception of what I've seen kind of happen online, which I think is really unfortunate about where we're heading. I think that it's interesting because whenever something like this happens, you kind of, at least I do, I reflect on my interactions, I reflect on my life, I reflect on who he was, I reflect on who I am, my exchanges with him, I reflect on all of it. And I think that that's a really natural thing to do. He and I never got along on a lot of things because politically we were just on complete opposite ends. And I don't even necessarily think of myself as a right wing person. I never thought of myself as a Republican or anything. I still don't. But he did. He thought I was Republican or alt right or conspiracy theorist or any of the labels that you want to talk about or kind of think about. I know that he thought of me that way, and that's totally fine. But at the end of the day, every exchange I had with Uche was completely respectful. He was always very nice. Even when we vehemently disagreed on things, he was always open to conversation. He was never one of those people who, shut down anybody for saying anything in a vicious manner or anything like that. And I think that at the end of the day, one of the things that I really take away from this situation is that Uche was a victim like everybody else. I really think that. I really think that no matter what side you want to land on, I think that Uche was someone who really believed in what the government or what the CDC, the people were telling him. And can you fault him for that? I mean, in some ways, it's really difficult to put yourself in that position. I've always been kind of black-pilled because of my upbringing with regards to the government. But I never thought that the people who were complying were basically our enemy in that sense, because I also think that they're victims. They're whether you want to believe that they're brainwashed or whatever you want to believe about the other side, I think there's something to be said about having compassion in that sense of knowing something that you believe to be true, and you know that the other side doesn't know that, but you let them kind of figure that out. I believe in some ways it's every parent's job to do that for their child, to let your kid learn through the hard ways. Not that I'm saying I was like Uche's parent or anything, but just speaking generally. I think it's just an interesting thing to notice and take note of when things like this happen and where you're at with your heart and how you come across. I ended up seeing a lot of really vicious tweets, some really bad replies about his passing. And I couldn't help but think that it was all really disrespectful. Because, first of all, he's gone. And he can't argue, can't bring up his points. And the only people who are left behind are his friends and family that are going to see those tweets, and they're the ones that are going to be left upset. So really, what's the point of that? And what the weird part is that you have every right to be angry. The people who are angry, they have every right to be angry. I'm angry. But you know what's so crazy is I think that the people who need to be held responsible are not people like Uche. It's people who are still alive. They're still on this earth and they're passing laws to keep this madness going. People like Fauci, people like anyone in the government that is continuing this madness. So if you really believe that whatever happened with Uche had anything to do with what's going on, those are the people you should be upset at, because in the end, he's a victim like every other one of us. And in some ways, you could say that he paid the ultimate price. He's gone now. He's gone. And and I just think that it's not in all good conscience. I can't be someone who promotes that kind of hate and to be like, oh, just because just because I was wronged, I'm going to make sure that everyone knows that all these people should be wronged as well. And it's good that they're, dying or whatever happens to them, whatever bad happens to them, that it's a good thing. I don't think so. Somebody asked me, do you really truly want to heal after all the things that they've done? And the answer to that is yes. I want to heal. I want to heal. I want to get out of this madness. I want to stop this BS. I really, truly do. How do we get there, though? How are we going to get there if we keep blaming each other, if we keep pointing fingers at each other and just keep perpetuating this hate, this nonsense? So many of us feel alone, angry, upset. I am. I think my father's death was affected by it. Some of the last exchanges I had with my father was about whether I should get vaccinated or not. I fought with him a lot during his final days because he wanted me to do it and I didn't want to. I kept telling him that I'm not going to do it. But I'm not going to blame Uche. I'm not going to blame people who really believed the lie. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. We were all told lies. We were all told this bullshit. And we're all trying to live through it. We're all trying to find our way. That's not right. And how can we ever make it right if we keep perpetuating it? I don't believe in sides, you guys. I really don't. I think we're all just really trying to get by. We're all a lot more similar than we're different. Good people are good people no matter where you are. That's why I do Infinite Hope. That's why I do my show, because I really believe that. I believe in good people. I don't care what kind of political side you have. You're still a good person. And I think Uche was somebody like that too. And a lot of times when we lose somebody, whether they're close or not to us, you can always put yourself at least in their family's position. At the end of the day, they're going through something really painful. And that's the only, when I asked on Twitter to have compassion and empathy, those are the people you should have compassion and empathy for, because those are the people that are left behind. They're the people that'll question things. And maybe some of them will wake up. Maybe this is a wake-up call to some people that Uche knew. Who knows? But it's a butterfly effect. But it won't be if you're out there going, hey, that guy deserved it. Because who's going to wake up if you're there, showing them the worst of themselves? Don't be that guy. Don't be the I told you so guy. Nobody likes the I told you so guy. At least that's what I tell myself. Because I don't want to see that. I knew that a lot of death was going to come from all of that. A lot of us did. I knew that. And a lot of the people who were promoting it, I was like, well, let's see if you're here in a few years. And some of them aren't. But does that make me happy? It's probably one of the only things I've never been happy to be right about. Why would you want to be happy about something like this? It's fucked up. Anyways, I just wanted to get this off my chest because I really think that at the end of the day, we're all human. I just don't think it's right to just think of things in our own selfish way and how hurt we are and our own hurt. Look at it through our hurt, through our trauma. Just be respectful. I was brought up to on a saying, if you got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And you have a right to be mad. You could be mad, you could be angry. But sometimes you don't have to, say it. You can just sit with it, experience it, understand what you're feeling is valid. I don't want to invalidate that for you. You have every right to feel how you do. You really do. But at the same time, forgiveness is for yourself. And if you can't forgive, then you're just going to end up hating yourself in the end. Sorry about this summer stream, but I thought it was necessary. It's important. It's important to talk about this stuff sometimes because the world sucks and we have each other. Got to hang on to each other. We got to lift each other up when we're feeling down. That's what the fellowship is about, right? So whether you agreed or whether you disagreed with Uche, just take a moment. Respect the life that was. And that's it. Move on. $200 Studios, thank you for the $2. Says, hi Nina, I'm sorry. You're so right. Wise. $5. I love all my love. We have to heal. We have to come together again. It's how I feel, man. It's like, when's it ever going to stop? When's this hate ever going to stop if we just keep perpetuating it? 201 Studios for $5. Don't be the I told you so person. Hug them and say they need compassion. That's how I feel too. Not necessarily about the hugging part, but just don't be that person. It's so vicious. Sometimes people can be so unkind. You don't have to like shove it in people's face when you're right about something. I hate being right about this stuff. I don't want to be right about this stuff. Thank you, everybody, for coming out here. This is what it's all about. Just being kind to one another. Just taking a moment to remember that he had friends, he had family. We're all going to go through it. Shout out, Ryan. So anyways, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Just know that, you guys, I'm here for you. Nina7Infinity on Twitter. If you ever need to talk, just at me. I check it all way more often than I should. Dude man 1620 for $4.99. Rest in peace, Dad. Dadfinity. Thank you. I'm fortunate for YouTubers like you that just kept speaking out, which helped when I wasn't wanted at family gatherings. I know. That's what I'm talking about. You have like every right to be feeling that pain, you know. There's a lot of hurt. And we're all going to go through a lot more because it's just starting. So just hang on, you know. Hang on to each other. Hang on to your loved ones. We'll get through this together, guys. I see some of you in the chat talking about some of his tweets. I know. I disagreed with him. I disagreed with all of what he said. But he's gone. He's gone. He's gone, and the only people that you can take it up with now is the people who are still perpetuating it, and they're still alive. He's gone. That's why I'm still going to be vocal. Of course I'm going to still be vocal about people like Fauci. That guy can go fuck himself for all I care. People like Rand Paul were the only people standing up against Fauci. We need to hold those people accountable. The people who made people like Uche believe in something. There's a lot of innocent victims in this. There's a lot of nuance, you guys. Thank you, Sharon Needles. They are evil. Those procedures are evil. A lot of those people are pure scum. I agree with you guys. They're still alive and they got to be held responsible and accountable. So at the end of the day, this is why I do Infinite Hope, because I want to bring balance to this world. Because at the end of the day, I really want to stop the hate. I really do. I just want to go back to normal. I hate the culture war. I want to go back to arguing about what's cooler, Star Wars or Star Trek, or which one's better, what has the better space fights, what's the better sci-fi. I hate all of this bullshit. I hate hating each other all the time. It sucks. There's something funny to be said about hating hate.
Oh, I hate hate.
It's true. I do. I just feel like at some point we just have to stop. We just have to stop. Kind of makes me think about, the war of the 100-Year War, how it stopped during Christmas. One year, both the French side and the English side decided not to shoot each other anymore and just to stop. It was a crazy thing to do. Just not kill each other anymore. But somebody's got to stop. Somebody's got to put down their gun at some point. Yellow flash, exactly, man. Exactly. He had a family. Sometimes I feel like some people really haven't experienced loss. It's like you really don't know what other people are going through if this is how you're reacting to it. And this is also true too. It is what it is. Shout out to Jane Theory. It's just a shame. And I just sometimes wonder how we're going to get through to the other side. Because I really want to. I really want to. Anyways, this was going to be just a short stream. And really in a little bit, I think it's in about 20 minutes, Geeks and Gamers are going to go live. So everybody, I hope you check out Tuesday night's main event in honor of Uche and everybody there, the Geeks and Gamers team who were friends with him, and go out there and support Geeks and Gamers. Give him a big shout out for Uche. And I hope that wherever he is, he's at peace. And I'm going to leave you with this quote that I love from Rumi. It says, I learned that every mortal will taste death, but only some will taste life. And with that, I'm going to take my leave now, and I will catch you all next time. Have a good one, guys. Take care.